Hey guys, welcome back to my channel for another curriculum choices video. Today I'm sharing my curriculum choices for my 7th grade son. And as I mentioned in my daughter's video, his individual studies and independent studies are in addition to our family subjects and our family morning basket. So in order to understand everything he'll be doing this upcoming school year, you definitely need to watch those videos, and I will link those down below. So with that being said, here's everything that my 7th grade son will be doing this upcoming school year, either individually with me or independently on his own. Okay, so here is my 7th grade son's curriculum choices, independent work for the year. So as I mentioned, we have the majority of our subjects are family subjects. So you can watch my family curriculum choices video and our morning basket video to get a full scope of what we're doing. These are just his own either independent subjects or just individual subjects. So he is doing Apologia, Exploring Creation with General Science this year. My daughter did this a couple years ago, so we still have the textbook. So we got him the notebook, and we also got him the household supply kit, which is so incredibly helpful. I actually have a review of that. If you want to see it, I will put that in the description box down below. He is going to be doing the Fallacy Detective, just a logic and reasoning curriculum. I bought this to prepare him for introductory logic because I just felt like it would have helped my daughter, and I've heard from other parents that this is a good starting point. We have his deductive thinking skills, Mind Benders level 4 this year that he's going to be doing. He is using language well and spelling wisdom. He's almost done with book 2 and then moving into book 3. So he's using that for his grammar and language arts. For handwriting, he has the Good and the Beautiful handwriting level 7. So this is his last year in penmanship. We have just enjoyed using these books. They're just consumable workbooks and they're super helpful. In middle school, so last year for him is when this began, we do kind of like a character study where I'll have my kids choose one YWAM Hero of History or Christian Heroes Then and Now book. They read that throughout the month in addition to their assigned reading and independent reading that they choose. This is part of their school day, and they will at the end of that month or really early at the beginning of the next month give me a written narration on their life, kind of like a book report. And so it's one of their narrations because my older ones, I have them do written narration at least 3 days a week. And so he will be doing these, and I mentioned this in my daughter's video. I'll mention it here as well. I don't know what order I'm posting them, but I partnered with YWAM once again to create a bundle. So I chose 3 Christian heroes and 3 heroes of history that I thought was a good representation of some various people that they have books about, just some different points in American history, different points in different types of missionaries, missionary to orphans, Bible translator, and just books that I thought would be a good kind of like starter pack if you have different ages and interests in your home. And so typically these books would cost just over $70 for these 6 books. But with a deal that I have with YWAM running through September 15th, you can get this whole bundle for $36 plus shipping. So if you're interested in the YWAM books, make sure that you check that out in the description box down below. This is a limited time offering, although all of these books will always be available on their website individually. The bundle price is temporary. So I've enjoyed working with YWAM in that capacity, creating some bundles, and I really enjoy this bundle. I think it is a nice collection of books to start with. So I added some more to our collection, although we have so many. I'm not sure where he'll start this year, but they'll choose 9 or 10 books throughout the year. For my older 2, so my 7th grade son and my 9th grade daughter, I have some coffee shop dates set with them this school year to go over some things just with the 2 of them and myself, and sometimes my husband will be able to join us as well, for their independent study, but also for us to work together on things. This year we're going to be going through the book How to Read the Bible for All It's Worth. This is a really great tool for me. This was super helpful in my own study of scripture, and so I would like for my older ones to go through this with me. This just teaches you how to read things like with the proper context and some hermeneutics and exegesis skills. So we're going to be going through that with them. In addition to that, and other, we're in Bible study in church and things like that, but we're also going to be going through Life in the Word. This teaches them how to study the Bible accurately and effectively. So there's book study, word study, topical study, doctrine study, narrative, and character study, and an inductive study. So it teaches you how to do all these different types of Bible study. So we're going to work through this together. If you recall, last year my older daughter and older son did the Year of Business Math Pet Store together. And I thought it was really good for my daughter, even though she was kind of out of the age range for it, because it taught them things like writing a check and sales tax and things like that that you just don't really come across often, like the check writing and balancing your bank account and things like that. I think I'm going to continue this, I'm going to continue this with my older son this year, but I'm bringing my 4th grade son into it with him. So instead of being my older two, it's going to be kind of like my middle two doing this together this year. So we're going to do the bookstore. So instead, it's the same concept. We'll be repeating some of the same ideas with my son who did the pet shop last year, but he'll be another year older. I think it might be good for him to like be a leader of the little crew this year as we do this, and it'll help him solidify some skills. So this has the student book as well as the teacher book here. And then in addition to all of that, he's continuing with teaching textbooks, which he's done as his math from the beginning. He is doing Redefining Schools middle school literature survey. And so last year, my older ones did the American literature. This year they're doing world literature. So they'll be studying different authors and genres from around the world each month, and then just some different literary terms and skills that go along with it. There's a different focus each month. This is cool because they meet twice a month on Zoom as well with other students, and they have like poetry coffee houses where they share their work and an author's chair, and they have some discussions. And so it's a really great way for them to have some neat literature discussions with other kids their age, because I think that literature is a great way to hold discussion. And so we don't really have the opportunity to do that here at home. We don't have a full classroom of kids their age. So Redefining School is awesome for that. So my son has done violin for a few years, but this year he's switching to guitar with my husband. And then he also is very involved with karate, judo, and jujitsu. So that is his 7th grade year of independent subjects and individual subjects, in addition to our family studies. So like I said, those videos are down below if you're interested in that. And yeah, so I will see you guys soon.